Yo, 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 yo. Coleman Cowboy, man, back at it again on this Saturday. I'm checking in on some of these Cowboy games, man. Right now, we got the Clemson and NC State going right now, man. I want to do a final wording on the Cowboys and the Washington Commanders game, man. So I do know just recently I was doing some updating and researching. The Commanders got a lot of little injuries going on, man. I know their center is injured, and I don't think he'll be playing. So, coincidentally, you know who's up to play and take his position? The one and only our Zach Martin's little brother, Nick Martin, will be playing. So, I guess it'd be kind of cool to see what Zach Martin, little brother, what he got, man. He's about to get his little debut and get going with that. Yo, so first thing I want to show y'all before we just get talking and blabbering on is ESPN, man. Stephen A. You know how that go, man. But let's see what they got to say about our little Cowboys, man. And apparently they feel like the Cowboys are better than they thought, as they should. As y'all see, I believe we got a pretty decent season, man. Didn't I tell y'all? Didn't I tell you? Right. Yeah, real quick. You know what's funny is I actually watched that music video like a couple hours ago. So I just thought that was hilarious. A little coincidental. I thought it's a good video. I should go check it out. The DJ Khaled video. It's pretty cool, man. Got a Grey's Anatomy vibe, like a little video. But anyway, yeah, back to this. Sorry. Lord, Lord, Lord. All right, yo. So I done had enough of Stephen A. already. That quick. But so I showed that mainly to speak on some of my points today. One of my points is that I'm gonna speak on is the fact that this whole Dak Prescott and Cooper controversy BS. It's the best way I'm gonna put it. I'm just gonna say it like this, man. You can't understand the game too well if you truly believe that defenses on third down are playing Cooper Rush the same way that they would play if Dak was at quarterback. You're not understanding the game enough. So what makes Cooper Rush so impressive right now is because he's been able to capitalize and he hasn't given us turnovers. And as a backup quarterback, the way that a backup quarterback can fail you or mess up the worst way a backup quarterback can mess up is by turnovers, interceptions, fumbles, things like that. So and he has none. You know what I'm saying? But you have to realize on crucial plays, really on a lot of plays, but on crucial plays like your third down plays, you're gonna see a different defense. If everything was scenarialized the exact same, and you take out Cooper Rush and Dak comes out there, that defensive coordinator and that defense is gonna play differently towards Dak and your backup quarterback. So there's a lot of little aspects of like things you got to look at before you just act like, oh, well, Cooper Rush been succeeding. So, and like I said before, another thing is, like my guy said, Mr. Vaughn, man, uh, and shout out to you by the way, brother. Uh, the run game, the run game is colossal. It's humongous. It's something that people don't get in this league, man. The run does so much, and it puts so much pressure on the defense being able to run the rock. Once you can run the rock on a team, there is nothing really that team can do because what's going to happen is that defensive coordinator is going to have to compensate for the box. He's going to have to plug in, if not one, at least two or extra on that box. He's going to have to change the defensive scheme. So you move from 3-4s to 4-3s and different things. Those things take place when a team is running. You're going to see a lot more different your different type of defense when people are trying to run. You're going against a team that's a run offense team. But the Cowboys, our success and our powerhousing on our offense comes with having a run game that you have to worry about, but then also having weapons as your receivers and knowing your quarterback can get that ball out. Because like I keep stating out, and I repeat it a lot, because it's so necessary and such a success way to score points simply by having a run game and a devastating offense attack in the air. Those two together, it sounds common sense, but people don't realize how much that run actually portrays over into the passing game. That's what opens up play action. I say it all the time. So the success with Dallas has always been behind the run. The success in the NFL, you know what I'm saying? You're going to be successful as an offense if you got a decent offense that can produce rushing yards, but then can give a decent pass attack. You're going to have success, period. This game is going to be and I think Chase Young is injured too for the Commanders, by the way. But this game is going to show a lot on the level of seeing how well we can run. So, like they kind of stated, man, these teams kind of have some issues, that we played, that we won against the last week 2, week 3. You know what I'm saying? These teams had some little incident, and like they playing with my defense. And I'm gonna be honest with you, I feel like regardless, my defense can do good against a good line. Period. I mean, I don't feel like Evan Neal is a bad tackle at all. I feel like he's a veteran in the game. But hell, we disrupted him. Made him make penalties, off sides. Boy didn't know how to move. Boy didn't know how to act. Because it's a lot of pressure you got to deal with. Dallas is good with coming with pressure, baby. We coming with that pressure on defense. What you gonna do when that pressure come for you? Them boys is back, man. And then just take a look. It's like we got so much talent on that line, man, where it's kind of like, shit, it don't really matter who we put in. If Parsons can't get to you, he going to have a lot of pressure and a lot of QB hits regardless. And that's just going to open the game up for Demarcus Lawrence. And if them two not getting to you, you still got other people like Armstrong, who's been proven to get up in there and make sacks. Yo, dude, keep in mind, people can say like, oh, Dallas defense is just good because of this situation or this person. Yo, Michael Parsons ain't had no sack last week. Again, Michael Parsons ain't had no sack last week. So that's been the heat that I've been getting. Is constantly, oh, y'all only leading the league in sacks because of Michael Parsons. I'll be quick to let people know, dude, Michael Parsons ain't get no sacks last week. Tank Lawrence came in, stepped up, showed out, and dumped on people. Tank Lawrence, man. Lawrence the Tank. Demarcus Lawrence came through with 3 sacks, man. That just added on to the totem pole. But you still got people like like Armstrong that's coming in getting their sack numbers too. Dog, we leading the league with respect. I don't care how you look at it. Period. Period. And the Commanders ain't ready for that defensive pressure. So why I feel like we should win this game? Here's the key point. My offense should be able to open up the run game, in my opinion, because a huge percentage of your defensive plan will have to kind of change in a sense, because you have to accommodate not only for the same passing attacks that they got footage of, but you got to accommodate for now Michael Gallup coming back. And that is huge. That's huge. And Washington knows it. This is not a secret. This is not something that they not banking on, like, oh, we ain't really worried about, we got faith in our defense. No, bro, like, yes, I'm going to be honest with you. Washington front four, in my opinion, is something you can't really sleep on. But they lack talent in so many other dang on places. I'm just kind of like, yo. So I feel like if anything, this would be a good little test for for Cooper Rush, man. And on the worst level, we'll have a slow offensive start. Mark my words. And that's on the word. I mean, we could come out there and just go dumb. You know what I'm saying? But I do believe 100% that Michael Gallup is playing. That's my 100% belief, should I say. But I'm not saying that he's guaranteed to play. But according to what's been taking place in practices, the reps he's been getting, him being full participation, and they cleared him. They cleared him off the injury. You know what I'm saying? Injury list completely. He never was on, IRs or whatnot because we feel like these guys are coming back. So in my opinion, Mike Gallup's going to be there. He's making his debut tomorrow, period. And I feel like, that's going to be something you're going to have to look at. You're going to have to worry about it. You can't just overload that box and try to get to Cooper, man. My mindset is, man, I pray we come out on some hype energy, some real hype energy, and we ready to go. Come out full throttle. Back when I used to play ball, man, that was the main thing. You know, so I'm a defensive player. I was always a defensive player. I wanted to hit. I wanted to knock heads, and I was good at it. I was tall. I was physical, man. But the one thing that put my game above most, I was out there early ready to knock heads. You know what I'm saying? So I just want our Cowboys to come out full throttle. And I don't worry about my defense. Them boys, they linger, they get together, they talk, man. They know how they coming out. And if you watch any of the sideline mic ups, man, the leadership around our team right now is beautiful. Our leadership is beautiful, man. We talk to each other. We communicate. We encourage. And we got each other's back. It ain't no downing nobody and nothing, man. I love my team. I love my squad, and it's DC for life, baby. But what I can say is, if we come out full throttle offensively, man, we could take the game early. That's what I'll be looking at. I want like first quarter for us to have 2 touchdowns, period. Because I feel like that's where we should be. I feel like we should with the with the Washington command, whatever's. Bro, I feel like we should be able to come in there and score 2 touchdowns first quarter. I do. Call me asking a lot, cool, whatever. But that's just my opinion. I feel like Washington. I feel like we should be able, if Kellen Moore is on his game plan, I feel like we should be able to really get the best of Washington early and just keep that going. Because I feel like we come in with a real, sometimes shaky or not necessarily, like I say, it's not a full start. And then it's like we kind of pick up, or vice versa. We come in hard and then it's like a die down. And I'll be thinking or feeling like a lot of that has to do with Kellen Moore not switching up. But with last week, I'm happy. I'm impressed. I salute. I salute you, Kellen Moore. I give you full solution. Another talk of the take right now is what's going to take place with O-line as far as Peters and McGovern. People want to know, like, who all's wanted, who all wants who in. Me personally, it sucks because I love my boy Connor McGovern, bro. His heart, and then just watching him come in and be able to play, like how he came in last year and did all that fullback moving. I love that stuff, man. I ain't gonna stunt, man. It was nice. I love to see my fatties get up in there and be able to make an impact in the backfield like that and be a lead blocker like that, man. That's just, I love it. I'm all down for my fatties only, period, baby. When I look at my D line, when I look at my O line, I want fatties only. I don't want these half fat boys. I want fatties, baby. We want to plug something. And so the thing about Peters is, but that boy thick, dog. I keep telling you, man, he's a thick boy, man. That's a big body. And he came in my opinion, he did beautiful. Beautiful. You can't plug him anywhere else. So if you look at the line, let me see if I could bring up something for you. Because if you look at our line, it's not really. it's not really a place you can just move him. For one, uh, he can't play center, so you can knock that off. Ain't no playing center for Peter. Peter, and that's I ain't gonna lie, that's a thick ass center. But let's see. So I'm gonna share this screen with y'all real quick. All right, man. All right, so I hope this is big enough. I'm gonna take my face off so that you guys can. And Matt, I don't really want him out there. Period, because I don't think that Matt is better than Peter. Period. I don't think Matt's better than Jason Peters at all. Matt Fornock, by the way, not well. Let's go. Um, because that's considered to be our backup center. We can't move Jason Peters to center, like I just said. We not moving Zach Martin around. We're not gonna move him nowhere, obviously. Why would we touch that? Terrence Steele on the pro ratings. Terrence Steele is doing amazing with run blocking. His ratings right now is retarded. All right. And like I keep telling y'all, do your research. Dallas is number one offensively for run blocking. So you don't want to disturb your right side at all. We're not going to touch the right side. We're going to leave the right side alone. So you got Terrence Steele at, right tackle. And at your right guard, you got Zach Martin. Then you got your center, Tyler Beatich. And so when you look at Tyler Smith, I really want to leave my boy right there where he's at. I do not want to kick him in the guard because everybody keeps making statements about kicking him in the guard and then putting Jason Peters out at the left tackle. Why? What the hell? Like, why would you do that? Tyler Smith is literally elevated. He's moved up, 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 up every week. So we will leave him there. The mindset and the game plan for me would be, and for the Cowboys, is between Connor McGovern and Jason Peters moving at that left guard spot. Now, can Connor McGovern be benched? Hell yeah, it's the NFL. I mean, but will they do it? And shit, I don't know. It's Jerry Jones and the Cowboys. So I do not know. But I do want to see more of Jason Peters at the left guard position because, dude, I showed footage the other day, just yesterday, I believe, on Tyler Smith, Tyler Beatish, and Jason Peters on that line, and they're devastating for that left side. And the left side has been the question mark and the scare for Dallas Cowboys offensive line. When you look at the right side has always been pretty solidified. Terrence Steele had a huge jump 2021. Terrence Steele of 2020, horrible, trash. What the hell? But he made this huge turnaround, came in for us, and did his stuff. Week one, yeah, my boy had some put in and a little bit one too many for me. But week two, week three, man, leave my boy alone. Terrence Steele is doing great. So the whole question with that line would be there. And this game would do really well with showing us how well we truly are able to run and move the ball. Period. Because when you look at New York, and when you look at the Bengals, you kind of go, you know what I'm saying? Like where are the defensive line headhunters that's supposed to be coming at our offense? You don't really get all that. Now, when you look at Washington, Washington is trash, no doubt. But Washington front four is nothing to sleep on. Nothing at all. Keep in mind, everybody thinks right now the Eagles are top tier right now. Like, man, boy, they looking good. And I believe, honestly, they may be one of the only teams undefeated still. So, because Miami lost, and Tua had a pretty nasty little injury, man. And I do pray, and my heart and prayers go out to Tua, man. I do not care about the Dolphins, but my heart and prayers go out to the player because I don't like to see injuries at all, period. Playing football, you know how that feels, man, and it sucks, dude. So I do, hope the best, but Miami and the Eagles were the only two teams still undefeated. So, yeah, as evil as it may sound, I want the Eagles to lose tomorrow. And I believe they play at noon when we playing. So, like I said, I'll be watching both games. But the thing is, the Eagles could not run the rock at all. Bro, their run game was tarnished against the Washington Commanders. Just saying. Like, it was tarnished. They could not run the rock. They destroyed them in the air. So, when you're looking at this game, that's why, and like my guy, like Vaughn said, I go back to you, brother. Yeah, you do want to be able to move that rock, but when we got people like Michael Gallup making his debut for this year coming through, yeah, that does help your run game because you cannot ignore a more prevalent receiver threat. You have to acknowledge that, bro. You cannot, bro. If you know Michael Gallup, like we know Michael Gallup, you can't ignore Mike, bro. He's nasty. He's nasty as hell. And speaking on Michael Gallup, I will state this because I've had people message me via Facebook asking, "Yo, can you talk to me about Jalen Tolbert?" And I was just like, "Yo, right? Like, look at his crap. It's horrible." So my boy right now is looking at for the regular season, bro. And keep in mind, we in week 4, man. I mean, we're going into week 4. I don't give a damn. It's still 4 games, man. I mean, it's still 3 games that's been played. Nevertheless, he did not play week 1. I do know that. But against New York, when I felt like if any game, that would have been a game for Tober to come along and kind of show himself out. On that game, man, my boy had one reception, one reception, 2 targets for only 4 damn yards. So when I'm looking at this stuff, man, the best thing that I could do and say to you is, hey, the only hopes for me and the good side about this is, look at Michael Gallup. Primary example. Michael Gallup needed about 6 months to a year before Michael Gallup got going. Michael Gallup didn't come to us on this crazy like these catches. Michael Gallup was somebody who came through, and when he finally got in about a second year, he showed that damn, he can make some catches that it's like, wow, I'm glad he caught that. Like he hauled that in. I call him a hauler because Michael Gallup gonna haul in them passes, bro. Dak used to just toss it right above, little. And Michael Gallup was able to haul him in, but he still needed about a year. Michael Gallup, he didn't come in on his his first year. Let's pray that that's the same situation with Tolbert. Let's just hope that's the case. Right now, I'm not happy about Tolbert, man. I mean, this is his stats for ignore right here was right there, but this is his stats from the year, aka New York game, because that was his true first game coming in and actually playing. So you can say both. It's for the year so far, hence the New York game, and that's crappy to me. I needed to see more. I mean, and even the catch he had, he immediately caught it for them 4 little yards and was hit immediately. And I really want to see him be able to get some passes to where he can get some yak yards, yards after the catch. But It's okay because you got people like Noah Brown that's then stepped up. Look at this, baby. This is beautiful. This is one of our veterans, bro. I don't know how many years Noah Brown has been with us. But anyway, against New York, Brown recorded 5 receptions on 7 targets for 57 yards and Monday's 33. I mean, I'm sorry. Oof, wow. Whoa. 23-16 win over the Giants, man. So this is a guy that honestly nobody expected him to be able to perform this well. These are things that we were looking at, honestly, in people like Jalen Tolbert, Mr. Jalen Tolbert. And so it just makes you go down. You know, what's really going on? Nevertheless, I love it. You know, completely love it. But so just to give you his projections and what he's done so far. For the season so far, he has 15 receptions on 21 targets, which is pretty damn good. And no, we're not saying that the other 6 targets that he didn't catch were drops. Not at all. There's some things, quarterback ain't really get the ball to him like need to be. He's pretty much caught everything that's been given to him, thrown at him. But he had a total. Right now he has a total of 213 yards. So no, this is not like receiver 1 stats right here. But Lord have mercy, receiver 3. I'm okay with that right now. I'm okay because I mean, for a lot of these cats like him, Vasher, these were make and break years for them. Hence, Vasher's, you see what happened to him. Houston, man. I mean, so for me, I do feel like our offense still has a lot of beautiful potential receiver wise with the add-on of Michael Gallup, which has yet to be able to produce his stats. But see, for 2021, before his injury, he was on a good pace. You got to keep in mind, Michael Gallup is nothing to sleep on. That was a primary number 2 for us before even CD Lamb got here. But he last year before his injury, went ahead and capped in for us 35 receiving yards. I mean, 35 receives for a total of 445 yards, averaging 12.7 yards a carry. I mean, so it's a yak year, man. It's gonna get better, guys. I mean, it really is. But we gotta have more faith in our offense and our throwing scheme. I do know Simi Fielko had some pretty decent damn catches, man, so far this year. Not a lot by far at all, but he's caught most of the balls as way. So you got three three catches, 4 targets, 24 yards, but an average of 8 yards a catch. I can move with that. As long as it's only 12. But it's been short passes, little knack passes, man. We're not making Cooper launch a bunch of balls right now, man. So yeah, man. We looking like we'll be okay. Honestly, with Noah Brown and CD, I really want to go see what CD's kind of, because CD has been one of our kind of slow starts, but he's supposed to be our primary. That's our number 1. Do I feel like he can be number 1? Yeah, man. He's getting beat right now about 14 yards. He's 14 yards underneath Noah Brown. Let me see. Yeah, but see, CD's had way too many damn drops. Period. Yeah, I ain't gonna lie. It's really horrible to have 17 receptions, but you got targeted 34 times. So basically, you ain't really catching half, barely at the half mark of the balls is getting thrown your way. But when he's catching them, he is nasty. And our guy was projected to have 1,000. Yeah. Yeah, ESPN projected him to have 1,082 yards this year. So I mean, I think he'll catch up, he'll speed up, and he'll get going. But all that slow starting crap, I'm not really with it at all. That's what really worries me outside of anything, because that slow start, that could be the make or break or the difference between you losing and winning a game. You know, if we needed points on the board first quarter, second quarter, but y'all boys wanted to come play halftime, that ain't no good. I don't know if y'all remember, man. It just give you the old at the end of towards Jason Garrett period, man. Towards the end of this period, man, we had a lot of I had a lot of going in and being at halftime team. And I ain't gonna lie, during my time, I remember in high school, my senior year in high school, we got like different coaching scheme and different coaches. And I remember, like we did okay. I remember we started the year, bro. We started off with like the number 11 defense in the state of Texas. All right. But I just remember we was such a halftime team. In certain games that we did lose, some of them few, like we could have won those just being full throttle when the game got going. When that clock hit for first quarter, just could have did more. Our defense is not the problem. It's the offense, man. And Kellen Moore. Another one of the huge little talks recently has been about whether or not what's gonna go on with the coaching. So they've been saying they're gonna be getting Sean Payton in. And obviously we've been hearing this since like off season. Basically since Sean retired, there's been a talk about if we're gonna be able to get in Sean Payton. I don't know. Sean Payton is an original OG with Dallas. You know, he's an original Cowboy. And I used to let my New Orleans Saints fans know that. Like, yo, man, they try to talk that crap what you do. I mean, like, man, your team do come down here and respect Dallas, right? Y'all don't play on our star. It's all respect and love. And you do know your coach is a Cowboy. Just like Bill Belichick. And these are Cowboys, man. They come from the Bill era, baby. So they do have huge ties with Jerry. They have huge ties, connections, and respect, and a true relationship with Jerry Jones, man. So can it happen? Yeah. Will it happen? Who knows? It's scary, I would think, as a coach. It's scary coaching for the Cowboys. I wouldn't feel just all 100% comfortable coaching for the Cowboys either, man. I'm trying to bring up some of our projected injury lists and stuff like that, because I don't think we're looking bad with injury. I think Washington is. For my research, man, for my recent research, Washington's looking like crap injury wise. They got a lot of players. Let me see. Hmm. You know what's funny? The same thing I'm telling y'all, man. That's Washington game plan too. They Washington over here talking about getting going early. Offense must get off to an early start. You damn right. You damn right. But how you gonna do that? Yo, there we go. Let's see. I want to see your injuries, man. Yeah, look at all these bodies, baby. All right, so looking at this, obviously we got Dak Prescott, right thumb. Did not practice, did not practice, did not practice. So Wednesday there was no practice. Thursday did not practice or did not participate, and then Friday did not participate. I will tell you that's BS. I mean, like he didn't really participate, like he didn't practice, but he was out there and he was doing his side 1-on-ones, and I do know he had some swelling going on. So they looking more for him to be back week 5. J-Ron Curse, baby. So knee, obviously. Wednesday, limited participation. Thursday and Friday as well, limited participation. Got his game status labeled as questionable. Demarcus Lawrence, foot. And keep in mind, when I made my early videos, I did tell y'all he'll be all right, man. He'll be okay, be good to go. I know talking during his press conference, he kind of just stating like, yo, it's just a little soreness, man. You know, that's kind of, he was real nonchalant about it. Like, yo, just a little sore, man. Be good to go. I'm good. I'm straight. I'm in there. And I did tell you, man, during the game, during his injury, he did leave, but he to the locker room, but he ended up coming right back on out. So yeah, so limited Wednesday, limited Thursday, full participation Friday. So will he play? I think yes. Game status, nothing on it, so he's good to go. Connor McGovern, like I told y'all, the big little kind of steelo thing right now is will Connor McGovern start at left guard or will Jason Peter start at left guard? And I'm curious to know as well. So for the practice right now, it looks like obviously his injury was his ankle. Wednesday and Thursday and Friday limited. So they do, but they still have him questionable. So if he's ready to go full throttle, like cool, man, I'll be keeping a real good look at how he's playing. And I guess this is a decent game kind of to see between him and Peters, but who knows how they're gonna do that. And Dalton Schultz, I did see some footage of him in practice, just like I seen footage of J-Ron Curse, and I seen some footage of Dak Prescott tossing his little therapeutic balls and stuff, man. J-Ron Curse has more of the look that he'll actually be able to participate. But who knows? Because right now, Donovan Wilson is actually rated within, I think, the top 5 for safeties right now. So it's like we just got a lot of little battles going on, man. But anyway, Dalton Schultz, Wednesday, Thursday, as well as Friday, all limited practice participation, but still marked as questionable. Semi Fioco, we know he hurt his shoulder after his little catch, man. But I kind of knew he was going to be good because Wednesday he was full participation. So Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday, full participation. And he's looking like he's good to go. Michael Gallup. This is the one thing that I just was, let's go, baby. So Michael Gallup knee, Wednesday, full participation. Thursday, full participation, as well as Friday, full participation. Game status is not listed as questionable, baby. It's listed as ready to go. And then Luke Gifford, which had a hamstring, which doesn't really hurt too much. Luke Gifford right now provides more of depth and more of a special. He's more of a special team guy. So it's just, that's good to have, your special team getting back to a full measurement of itself as well. So that's good to know as well. So hamstring, full Wednesday, full Thursday, full Friday. Game status, nothing's labeled on there negative, so it should be good to go. Boy. Somebody told me Chase. I had seen something about Chase Young. I guess he's gonna be full. Man. Daniel Wise, they look like he got him full. They got Charles questionable. I don't know, man. For the most part, it look like we'll have full participation game. Outside of what I'm thinking, their center. And like I said, their center will actually, if he doesn't play, it'll be Zach Martin's little brother, man. Zach Martin's little brother will step up for the Washington Commanders and be starting at center. What to look for out of him, I do not know. All I can tell you is experience is not there. Does that mean he can't do the position well? False. That does not mean that at all. But what I do know is I'm also curious to see what Zach Martin's little brother can bring to the table. You know what I'm saying? It would have been dope to see, your backup center for the Cowboys be Zach Martin's little brother, which, by the way, I think his name is Nick Martin. So let me see. I think that's gonna be the game plan, man. They'll be having him start. Outside of that, man, the Cowboys are projected to win the game again, 12 o'clock p.m. tomorrow. So y'all don't be thinking it's a late night game and be calling yourself sleep on the Sunday. Take your butt to church and get ready for some football. Hopefully we can get out early. I go to a church where I got like multiple services, man. So when stuff like this happen, bro, I'll just get my butt up and go to church a little early. They got a early 9 o'clock service. So I catch that, man, get the family home, get cooking and grubbing and get ready to eat, sit down, man, enjoy a drink, and get ready for these boys, man. I'm not going to hold y'all too much longer. I really wanted to get a little final word in there. If y'all got anything you guys were curious about, let me know. How you doing, Vaughn? Yeah, man. Yeah, I definitely believe they'll play us hard. But yo, Vaughn, here's the deal. I don't feel like their offense can produce on my defense, which I do feel like gives us more time to get our offense flowing out. And that damn sure gives Kellen Moore a little bit more time to figure himself out. Our run game, I do feel like has been a lot better, a lot stronger. We got 2 weeks right now with 100 plus run yards. I'm cool with that. Last week, Vaughn, my guy, man, we had 180 yards on the ground. Hence, I know it's Washington, man. I mean, I know it was New York, but I just feel like I'm comfortable enough with my line right now, man. And don't sleep on the fact that our run blocking right now is ranked number 1 in the league. So for me, I look at this as like a show game. Like, show me that y'all aren't what y'all are being titled. If people want to say that our run game is stepping up, if NFL is saying our run game stepping up, I expect us as the Cowboys to show that and prove that. Again, I keep stating it. Washington's front four is nothing to sleep on. So it's a good showing. It's a darn good showing. And I'm all for it. I'm ready for it. I'm not worried though. I'm not worried. I'm not as worried about the game like that. I'm really not. Like I said, with that Michael Gallup addition, that's huge. It's colossal. It's colossal. And so if we can capitalize in the air and then turn around and run that rock, that's what it's gonna take, man. Or vice versa. If we can start to pound with the rock, and then when we feel like the rock's kind of getting cut off, switch it up with a play action play, get a good pass in there, go right back to the run. I just believe it's about making sure that they feed off each other. Cause that's when Dallas do the dirt. That's when we really take over teams. Is when we run in the rock, because you got to worry about it, but then we still can make action in the air. I think we'll be okay. I really do. I got faith. I got faith in my squad right now. I'm not being naive. I'm not being a lost fan. I'm just saying I got faith in us, man. I'm not just over worried about them. That's a good question. I do believe I do believe we'll have that potential. From week 1 to week 3, I feel like the special team has been getting more up in its motion, more in the flow. Week 1, I was disappointed in our special teams because of penalties. I want to say we had a minimum of like 2 penalties on special teams. But Turpin's been kind of turning up more, man. He's been turning up. I think it's gonna happen really soon. And if any game, I believe, with Washington right now, that could be that game. Washington's squad is just, I'm sorry, man, no disrespect to anybody Washington is gonna look at this or watch this, but Washington squad is not together as a whole. And I feel like we're way more together balanced. So when you look at offensively, no, I don't feel like our offense is just the shiz, but I feel like our offense is pretty darn decent right now. And we're able to spark ourselves in. Our defense, top tier. And I feel like our special teams is pretty damn good, man. Even our field goal kicker right now, man. I'm happy. I'm happy with special teams, and I do think maybe this game we may be able to return one, bro. I do have that faith in Turpin and our kickoff return team and our punt team. Uh, it's been a lot of safe catches, man. So fair catches. So he ain't really been able to run it, but they know that. So recently on special teams, when we're receiving the ball, they actually have been kicking it away from Tolbert. The last time they kicked it to Tolbert, he had a pretty damn good return back. He didn't return it for a touchdown, but it was a beautiful return. He almost broke away. And if it wasn't for I think the punter, yeah, he would have got out of there, man. You got to keep in mind he's small too, man. He tiny cat. He real tiny too. I don't know how small he is for sure, but he's a tiny boy, man. But he relies on his speed, quickness, and agility. He's pretty good with it. So yeah, I think we can score, man. It also just depends on how many kicks is going in. Like how many times we making them punt the ball. How many touchdowns are they scoring? Because a punt's less likely of a return than a kickoff return. And if we don't allow them to score any points, it's not gonna really matter. It's not gonna really matter. Let's see. So yeah, tomorrow I will be going live probably around let's say 11:30, 11:45. That way I can get going early. And I'll be doing a live listening. That way, like I said, people that may not be fortunate to watch the game or I don't know, maybe at work, maybe just not at a place where you have access to a TV. I'll be showing like half the screen of the game. I try not to show the whole game because I don't want to, like I said, I don't want to get copyright infractions. But you'll be able to see a little razzle dazzle, a little bit on there. But it'll be a listen in, so you'll be able to hear everything and hear the announcers and all that crap. And you'll hear us getting crunk in here, man. Happy, I'm getting loud. I do appreciate everybody, man. I appreciate y'all's time. Von Juan Music, man. I appreciate you, man. The Star Sheriff. You got to change your YouTube name to the Star Sheriff. I likes that, man. And keep coming in, brother. I do love all comments and questions. And I always reply to them. I always get back to you guys. As well as, like I said, really, really soon I'll be doing the call-ins where you guys will be able to call in and get your voice on here. We can talk voice to voice instead of a message to voice. Trying to get as personal as possible with interactions, man. But I do appreciate you guys. This does not work without you. You guys make this work. So the love is real, man. And everybody enjoy your Saturday, man. Get some food going. Enjoy a good meal, man. But make sure y'all get some rest tonight because, like I said, the game is at 12. It's at noon, baby. Most definitely, brother. I'll be looking forward to you, man. Definitely be looking forward to you, man. Yeah, that's beautiful, man. I actually got a little lost for words for a second, man. I enjoy interactions on here. It really encourages me to keep going. And inspires me to keep going. And I do enjoy doing this. So outside of work, I work remotely anyway. So when I get off of work, man, be able to sit down and do this and actually have you guys come in and enjoy yourselves as well. This means a lot to me, man. And like I said, I really would like to be able to get the call-in stuff going so your voices can truly, fully be heard. So yeah, I do appreciate you, man. Vaughn, you good people, man. And you look out for mine too. So yo, man, I do appreciate you on all levels. Without further ado, man, the Coleman Cowboy, and it's definitely been my time. I'm actually about to go play some charades with my kids. Probably cook some fish. Craving some fish tonight. So cook some fish, man. Interact with my babies, and kind of wind down the night. Like I said, I'm getting to bed early because I got a lot of plans to get going for tomorrow. You guys have a blessed one. Make sure you put God first. Never be scared or shy of that one. And have a blessed one, guys. And that's been my time, the Coleman Cowboy.